Hi, Kyle Harris, talking about a little bit of arm care for all levels of athletes. We use this drill here, and we call it the Rebounder. Okay, we use a little mini trampoline. They're about $40. Excellent tool that you can take with you. Anywhere you go, it actually folds up. Driveline makes them. Precision Impact makes them. And it's something that we've incorporated in our training program for about a year and a half now, maybe almost two. And we've had tremendous success with protecting the elbow. Every kid that's done this has come back saying, wow, my elbow does not hurt. All the time when I was throwing, my elbow was always bothering me. Since you had me doing Rebounders as part of my program, that elbow pain has subsided. I don't have that. So we're really believe strongly in incorporating this into all of our athletes, even the younger kids. And there's a couple of ways we teach that. The biggest thing here is that we're trying to learn how, coordination-wise, we're trying to learn how to get elbow extension into pronation at the right time. You'll see kids turn and push. We don't want that. So we'll start slow. It's just boom, right at release is when you want to get that pronation. For those that don't know, supination is palm up, pronation is palm or thumb down. So we're going to come from this position, elbow extend, and down. So the first thing we do is an imprinting exercise where we're just trying to learn that motion. And it's a low-level plyometric exercise where we're trying to build the muscles around the elbow, tricep, all the way down through the fingertips, and just learn that motion. That way when we come to throw, that's already ingrained in our movement pattern, is coming through and pronating at finish to help protect the elbow. Dr. Mike Marshall has a good video where he talks about the importance of that. If you come this way as hard as you can, you're going to get a lot more slamming in that joint. If you come that way, that joint stays more packed in and that protects that. So we're trying to build that motor pattern to do that and build the muscles around it. So we'll start with 15 and we'll eventually work up to 25 or 30 of these. After we do that, we give those muscles just a little bit of a break, and what we'll do is something called a drop catch. We'll get out in front and we'll just let that thing fire this way. And again, we'll do 15 to 25 of these depending on where they are in their program. Next, if a kid's advanced and he can perform the imprinting exercise of just extension and pronation the right way, we'll have them start throwing it a little bit harder, and we'll have them try to catch it at impact with a stiff elbow. Right in the palm. We want it in the palm with a stiff elbow. We don't want to be here. We don't want it on the fingertips. We want it right in the palm with a stiff elbow. That's going to teach force acceptance to all this area in here without getting into too much detail about it. Basically, it's teaching it to accept force or accept trauma so we don't hurt the elbow. So we'll come in this way, and again, we'll just start right here in a constrained environment, and we're trying to catch the ball. And we'll start with 15, we'll work up to 25, and we'll just continue to progress from there. So after we do a set of those, 15 to 25 of those, we'll go to drop catches out to the side. And again, we'll work from 10 or 15 all the way up to 25. Before doing another set of 15 to 25 of rebounders where we stick it. I call those rebounder sticks because we're trying to stick that catch there right in the palm with the stiff elbow. Then we'll do upward tosses. With upward tosses, the idea is to keep 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here, toss it up, and then catch it on the way down. So we're working the decelerators ballistically on the way up, and then we're working the back muscles, and then we're catching it, learning how to accept force. So we're working the decelerators concentrically, and then on the catch, we're working them eccentrically. And then we'll go right back to rebound sticks. So what we do there is we progress that. Last year, we had our high school kids work up to, when they came to train with us 2 or 3 days a week, we would work up to 150 rebounders prior to throwing, and then we would do 150 after they threw. And then on their off days, we really recommended them purchasing their own trampoline and doing 50 to 75 prior and 50 to 75 after on all days that they threw. So a lot of those kids were going to open gyms. They were high school kids in January, February, coming to train with us. We worked all the way up to 300, 150 before, 150 after they threw when they trained with us. And then when they were at open gyms or throwing on their own, they were doing 50 to 75 before they threw, 50 to 75 afterwards, and those elbow injuries were basically non-existent with all of our athletes. So we'll do this with our little kids too. There's just a longer learning curve, and they love it. It's an exercise that they absolutely adore doing. So, you know, if you have $60 to spend on your kids' development for arm care, I would purchase a rebounder and get like a 15-ounce plyo ball for them to start with. And even if they're just learning the imprinting exercise, they're going to learn how to pronate, extend and pronate at the right time, and that's going to transfer over to their throw. And then as they get older, they can really start. And there's some pretty cool videos. You can see guys really getting into it. They're slamming it and catching it. And the harder we do that, the more we're able to produce and learn to accept force and trauma at that elbow. So the rebounder and the plyo ball are great exercises in your arm care program.